The receipt came out. I saw the receipt for $240 just for a cover fee. I literally wanted to choke Roosevelt. I was like, I'm done with you. This is it.
Why didn't they tell you? That's so wrong of them.
I have no idea. I'm a big nightclub guy. I love going to different nightclubs. I love to see like how they are like decorating the place because, as I said, like
I want to go to a nightclub and see how they decorated the nightclub. That's what I'm passionate about, Mahsa.
That's what I'm passionate
about. Decorations. I always thought about interior design, and it's just my thing. Just to go to nightclubs and look at their decorations, have some water, and just chill and talk about the design.
Hey guys, welcome to our 4th episode. Today we have Mahsa with us.
Hi guys, this is Mahsa. I'm 21 years old. I live in Berkeley. I go to University of California, Berkeley. I moved from Irvine about, I would say 5 months ago. And then I moved from Iran about 5 years ago to Irvine.
That's nice.
We have Amir with us too.
Yeah, hey guys, I'm here. So Mahsa, it's gonna be an interesting podcast, guys. So I had so many questions for you. Let's just start with how have you been? Like, what have you been up to?
I've been good. I just got done with my midterms about a few days ago. So the way Berkeley works is like we go by semester. So there's a spring semester and then there's a fall semester. It's a bit different than other universities. But that's what I've been up to. I just got done with my midterm, so I feel really relieved.
Yeah, I feel you. So I don't know if you know how it works here. We have we have 2 semesters, fall and spring.
Yeah.
And that's about it. I mean, we do have midterms time to time, twice, let's say twice a semester, finals and midterms, and that's about it. But this semester, I don't know if I told you yet, I'm taking yoga, physical conditioning, art class, and bunch of easy stuff.
That sounds really fun.
Yeah, it sounds fun. I know, right? It's pretty chill semester, to be honest. So I've heard that you started horseback riding. Tell me about it.
I did. Okay, so I've been wanting to start a sport for the past 6 months because I moved here and I used to weightlift before that. And then when I moved here, I was like, okay, I'm going to focus on school and I'm going to start a sport, which is actually a sport. So I thought about tennis. And then I was like, I don't know if I want to do tennis. And then I was just looking on Pinterest and I saw a girl on her horse and I was like, that's what I want to do. So I signed up for these horse riding classes. It's only once a week, which is sad. So I don't know if I can really call it a sport yet. But that's what I started doing about 2 weeks ago. So I did it twice. And in my head, it was supposed to be really fun and pretty and stuff. And then I went there and oh my God, the place smelled so bad. I was like, this is not how I imagined it in my head.
This is not what I signed up for.
This is not what I signed up for. And then I went there, they were like, yeah, so we're going to start by grooming the horse. And I was like, what? I'm here, I want a horse jump, sir. So this is how you groom the horse. This is how you feed the horse.
Sounds fun.
Okay.
That sounds
How did it feel? How did it feel grooming a horse?
It was good. I just felt like I'm paying a lot just to groom a horse. But it was okay. I guess I have to go through the process.
It was kind of peaceful, right?
It was peaceful. But at the same time, I've done it before. I've done horseback riding just for fun, 3-4 times. But this time, she was just giving me all this info of how you have to push your leg in. You have to pull this, pull that. You have to do this. You have to make this sound. It was just a lot. And I was like, I didn't know it's going to be a lot of learning. But yeah. I have to take notes.
No way.
I swear.
That's funny. So you've mentioned tennis. Amir and I, You're in a tennis camp. How many years ago? Was it like
10 maybe?
no,
10 years?
not 10?
More?
No, it was like 8 9 years ago. We were going
Same.
to a tennis camp together. That was pretty fun. I mean, so here's the thing about tennis. You need to have someone right on your side. You know, like you have to go with someone. Like you have to go with your friend or a family or like somebody. But it was pretty fun. You have to give that a try as well. So how do you even balance that whole like horseback riding in school? Because as you said, you go to UC Berkeley. I bet that it's lots of work, tons of work. So tell
Yeah.
me about it.
Okay, so before I moved to Berkeley, I was in community college for 2 years in Irvine. And then I tried to do like, I had work, I had classes, and I also was trying to be involved in clubs. So I feel like a lot of my balancing skills came from that, like in community college, although the classes were I would say like less work compared to Berkeley. I would always use Google Calendar. So that's a big thing that has helped me through my
That is
class
a big
that
one.
made me
That's my
survive.
best friend.
Yeah.
That's my best friend right there.
Literally, like Google Calendar has saved my life and my assignments and my grades and my social life and everything. Because I even put like the things I have to do on the weekend. I even put those on Google Calendar in case if I have like an assignment coming up, I'm gonna be like, oh, but like I have to do this. I have to go to this show. So I just use Google Calendar a lot. That's my big like I'm a big fan of Google Calendar.
You mentioned the semesters, the whole education system. It's the same thing here in Canada. So we also have like, but that's only for the graduate students. They have like 3 semesters, spring, winter, and fall. And like I don't know why it's like that, but like it seems to be different from what like you guys have over there.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's kind of different from my place as well as my sister's. So I don't know if she goes to UCI, right?
You go to UCI,
Their
yeah.
quarter system.
Quarter system.
Yeah, their quarter system.
I don't know how they're able to handle that because it's so fast paced.
Super fast paced.
Yeah.
Super fast paced.
So for
yeah.
all of the, so there's like 2 different kinds of universities in California. There's like UC schools and Cal States. So for UC schools, I would say they're all quarter based except Berkeley.
Except Berkeley.
Like Berkeley is the only school that's semester. And at first I thought I'm not gonna have enough time to like fill in my requirements, blah blah blah. But I'm really glad that it's semester because sometimes like I have to like our classes are just getting started and my friends that go to UCI and UC San Diego, they're taking their midterms. And I'm like, this is my 3rd day in class today. How are you guys taking midterms?
Taking me, yeah. I know.
And also
that's...
another thing that Berkeley does is before finals, that no other school does this, like UC schools. We have a whole week to study for finals. Like no class, no assignments, nothing.
Same here.
It's like
Same
dead
here.
week. Yeah. It's really nice.
Yeah,
So you study public health, right?
Yes.
How did you end up in that?
So I'm a public health major. I always wanted to get a job that's like health related somehow. Like I always wanted to be able to work at a hospital or like a clinic setting. So I thought about nursing and physical therapy, and I sometimes think about physician assistant too. They almost have the same requirements, maybe like a few classes differ. But I looked into different majors that I could do that are health related. There was public health, there was nutrition, there was bio. Some people do like anatomy and stuff, but public health just seemed like cool to me, like learning about public health and how like the health and the policies of a like society really does affect people's health. So I took public health as my major and I'm actually really loving it.
Oh, that's cool for you.
Yeah.
I don't know if I ever told you this, but so you know Hogue, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So I was working at Hogue. I mean, I was volunteering at Hogue. I don't know, like 5 years ago, back when I was in high school. So, like the time that I was in between my high school and my college. So I had to start in summer. I started my college, this whole Penn State stuff in summer, 2019, and I had a semester off on spring 2019. So I was
Mm-hmm.
like, what am I gonna do? Just volunteer at somewhere. And back then, I thought that I'm going to do bio or chem as my major. I was ditch, or I was like, you know what, I'm gonna major in bio or major in chem. But that after going to Hogue, after like spending time with people, seeing like the things that happens in Hogue's ER, I was like, no, you know what, I don't want to do this. And then even back in high school, I can remember I was talking to one of my teachers, and he was like, Amir, you should do econ, either econ or finance. I was like, you know what, I'm going to do econ. They're going to be a STEM like shortly. Thank God that they're a STEM right now, right before my graduation. So I'm happy about it. Masa, the other day I saw your story on Instagram about like a finance club. Tell me about that.
Yeah. So I always wanted to learn about like financial education and how like I always wanted to learn how to budget correctly and how to spend correctly. So that's why I got involved in that club. I'm a board member on that. We haven't really like done much because it's like we're just getting started. But I'm really looking forward to that. We basically have lectures every week where we just teach students that are in the club about budgeting, real estate, and how to handle their like loans after college, and like housing, how to buy things properly, just teaching students about just financial education stuff.
That's
So
yeah, that's pretty nice. So, what do you guys learn so far about whole real estate and housing market?
we just had like 1 to 2 lectures for now.
Okay,
They just told us, oh my god, the first lecture that we had, it was about coffee. Like it was, they were using coffee as an example, but they were
right.
saying how much coffee costs, and if you save that money that you put each day in coffee into like his stock or something, the revenue of growth is so much more. The chances of you like you just save the money, and literally since that day, every time I have coffee, I feel guilty. Like I'm not able to enjoy my coffees anymore. It's so bad. Like every time I have, and I feel like coffees have gotten more expensive, or I don't know if it's just me. Like I pay $6 every coffee, and I'm like, oh, I like my coffee good, and I like my coffee specific, but
Imagine
it
having
is,
10 copies a week. That's like $60.
yeah.
They can't go into stocks.
I know. I know. Same with, I feel like being a girl is also more expensive because we have to like get our nails done, and like we have to do so many things. Um, and it's just being a girl is very expensive. But I love being a girl. It's really fun.
Okay, so let me give you a fun fact about Starbucks. So Starbucks in Penn State, they sell 40,000 grand a day. So 40 grand a day. That's crazy.
Like just one Starbucks?
That's just one Starbucks. That's just one Starbucks.
Wow,
So
that's
two Starbucks on campus. One like in the hub and one at the library. So combined 80K a day. That's just
Whoa, good for them.
yeah, good for them. Yeah,
That's
exactly. That
ridiculous.
just I can't imagine because so whenever I wanna get Starbucks, no matter it's a drink or something, like I see the line, like there are hundreds of people waiting in the line. I'm like, you know what? I'm going downtown. I'm not. So we have like the four different Starbucks in downtown, two on campus, like two, three in like 10 minutes far from campus. They all do have that stupid line. Like when you mentioned
I
about like
know,
staying,
yeah.
yeah,
It's
it's
really
just
sad because you see all these like I mean I'm one of them, but like there's these little
you're
things
one
that
of
I
them.
spend my money on,
Exactly.
and I'm like I should be saving right now. Like this is not good. Like save it. You don't really need coffee, do you? And sometimes I'm like, okay, I really need it today. But also, something that we have to mention is that it's good for our mental health and it makes us happy. So sometimes it's worth it.
I know. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I
And
agree
there are
with
some
this.
studies that indicate that it makes you much more productive.
Yeah, I mean, it does have caffeine, so it should.
Probably.
But here's the thing. I literally get so anxious whenever I get coffee. Like the minute that I sip my coffee, I get like super anxious. I get stressed, anxious. I can't do anything. Like I literally just sit behind my computer and do nothing.
I know a lot of people are like that. I
Yeah,
know like
yeah,
at
exactly.
least 3, 4 people that are like that. They
Yeah,
don't
me
coffee
too.
that much.
It's yeah, it's
Their heart rate starts to bump up, and like they will start to get anxiety and can't do anything until the caffeine gets out of their system.
Yeah,
yeah, that's just crazy. So
that's some money saved for you.
I know. I mean, he's spending on other stuff that yeah. Let's just not mention it. But here's it, Massa. You mentioned that being a girl is kind of expensive.
Oh my
But
god,
being a boy,
literally tell me about it. It's so
no,
bad.
no, you can't. No, he was asking me about how much I spend in a month. I was like, you don't want to know. You really don't want to
No,
know.
but
Like,
okay, there's like you guys only have to get a haircut. I have to get my hair done, which is like expensive, and then I have to get my nails done, and then there's makeup things we have to buy, and then we have to like, it's
how much? How
expensive.
okay? Here's okay. How much do you
Sorry,
pay
Amir,
for?
I'm on her side. I'm on her side in this one.
Come
No
on,
way. No
yes,
way.
come
No
on.
I'm on her
What do
side.
you guys? What do
Like,
you guys spend money on?
maybe you buy a lot of
Haircut every like
unnecessary
2 weeks.
stuff, but like some stuff are necessary for a girl, but like a lot of stuff are not necessary for a boy.
I spend on food.
Yeah,
That's kind of
what do
necessary.
Everyone
I do? I
spends on
spend on
food.
food too. I
That
eat
doesn't
too.
count.
Okay, how much does your haircut cost?
Okay, so I get okay, I have to get my nails done every like I'm actually gonna stop getting my nails done because I want to save money. But
Okay.
I they cost like $50 every 2 weeks, and then
Oh
the
god.
hair,
Okay, so that was enough.
Game over.
That's over.
and
50
then
bucks
like
every
a
2 weeks.
hair is like okay, I get my hair done every like let's see, like every 2 months, and that's like 200, like 150 to 200.
Yeah, and like Amir, their haircut costs a lot more than ours.
And I dye it too, so it's like really expensive. Like being a girl is not easy. I would love to, but we have to see how things go and
The
stuff.
situation. Yeah.
I know that's something that I was really looking forward to, but during the past year, I went to a few. I went to so during summer, I I haven't moved to like Berkeley yet, so I was still in Irvine. I went to Cancun. It was really close. It was really good. The weather was really nice. I went to Vegas. Vegas was hands down one of my favorite ones. Um,
That's yeah. That's
yeah.
my favorite as well.
Amir has one of like most of his darkest days in that city.
So let me tell you this story. It was actually Roosba and I. It was like 2 years ago, maybe. Like yeah, it was 2 years ago. We went to Vegas together, and before our trip, I called Roosba. I can remember that I told him Roosba, we have to get a ticket for Omnia. I was like, no, I don't think so. We'll just get it at the window. Like, we don't need tickets. I'll get you in. I was like, no, there's no way that you can get me in for free. It was like, no, I'm not paying $40 for a ticket. We're gonna get it at the window. I was like, okay, whatever. So we went to Vegas. We decided to go to the Omnia one night, and I was like, Roosevelt, let's just go. And we saw the line. The line was about like 2 miles long. I was literally
Oh
walking.
my god.
I mean that's an exaggeration, but it was pretty long. I was walking for like a good 2 minutes to get to the front of the line.
Yeah.
So I don't know if you know where Omnia is. Do you?
I do. I think so. I'm not so good with their names, But it
So
sounds really familiar. I've probably have been.
so Omnia's line was going like literally from in front of their door to the outside, like to the outside of the hotel,
Okay.
and like you had to walk for a long time. Anyways, I got to the front of the line. I told Roosevelt, I called Roosevelt. I was like, bro, the line is about like 2 minutes walk. There's no way that we're getting in. It's like, I'm here to do something. I was like, I told you to get the tickets. He was like, no, I'm here to do something. Like, do your magic. I was like, all right, I'll do my magic, I guess. I don't know what my magic is, but anyways. So I saw the guy, I saw the bouncer. I was like, hey, bouncer guy, like, I'm here. You know, a long time no see. He was like, I don't know you. Anyway, so I was like, bro, can you get me in? Like, the line is super long. He was like, yeah, I know. Just like, stay here. I was like, what do you mean stay here? He was like, don't worry about it. Just stay here. Stay in this line. I was like, I have a friend of mine with me. He was like, okay, just call him. Just tell him to get here. I was like, all right. So I called Roosevelt. I was like, bro, just get in. He was like, what happened? Like, you did your magic. I was like, yeah, it's pretty much like a magic, I guess. And then Roosevelt got there. I was asking the guy, how much would it cost for us to get in? He was like, don't worry about it. You can pay it off. I was like, no, no, no. Like, just tell me how much are you going to charge me? It was like Amir. Like, he didn't say Amir, but he was like, don't worry about it. I think you can. Like, you got it. Don't worry about it. Just stay in the line. Anyways, so there were like maybe like 10 other chicks and guys in front of us. Then we got in. The lady behind the window, she was like, cash or card? I was like, how much is it? She was like, cash or card? I was like, no, no, can you tell me how much like the ticket is? She was like, cash or card? I was like, okay, like there you go, that's my card. Anyways, it was crazy. So I was like, you know what? We're not doing anything. Then I spilled someone's drink. I had to buy her a drink, and
No, but
oh,
that's
it
okay.
was
That's
just
okay. People.
that's not okay.
No, it's okay. No, no, no. It's okay because it's Vegas and people gamble and lose their money to machines at Vegas. So if that makes you feel better, people gamble and lose a lot in Vegas. So at least you used your money towards
I
something.
Yeah, I guess yeah. Okay,
Yeah.
yeah,
I really
I
had
can
to
give you
stop
that.
myself not to gamble. I like didn't gamble. I mean, I gambled like $50, but and that's it. And I lost all of it, and I didn't do any more because like I saw a lot of people lose money. Also, I saw people
Right.
like win a lot too, but I'm not a gambler. That's just not my thing. I'm not a big risk taker overall, like as a person. Uh yeah, like if it's really risky, I won't do it.
Right, right. So, one thing
Coming
that
off the whole Las Vegas stuff, you have you been another place other than Las Vegas? So like you were explaining your uh
Cancun.
yeah.
Yeah, so Cancun was really nice. The thing that I really loved was that it was 18 plus and I wasn't like 21 yet. And in California, you have to be 21. It was nice because it was like all inclusive too. So it was just like you can just eat all you want, drink all you want, go wherever
Deliver
you
people.
want. And that was nice. I feel like I wasn't there long enough. I was there for like 4 days, I think.
That's
One
enough.
by it was good.
That's
Yeah,
enough. 4 days. That's
four
not too bad.
days. Yeah, that's not too bad, but I always feel like it's nicer to stay longer. And then,
Oh, of
like,
course.
recently, I also went to London with my parents. The trip was that, okay, London, 5 days is not enough. Like,
I
let's
have
say,
no clue. I have
cause,
no
no,
clue
no, no,
about
because
it.
it's really far. It's like a 12-hour flight.
And
Yeah.
then
It's
you were jet lagged, probably.
Yeah, I was literally jet
You
lagged
were
for
jet
like
lagged.
three
Yeah.
days of 5 days.
Yeah.
That was good too. The thing about London that made me a little upset was that my parents were going to Iran after that, so I wasn't gonna see them for a few months. And like I would wake up and I would be like, I really want to have fun today, and then I would see my parents and be like, but I'm gonna miss you guys so much. Like last semester, I
Yeah.
was living by myself, and it made me like appreciate every minute that I have with my parents. Like every time, like I'm with them. Oh my god! Like I want to use every minute because last semester I was here by myself Like I was in a house with 3 bedrooms by myself for like 3 months, 2 3 months, and I just really missed them. So now I'm like getting
You
used to
guys,
it. I mean, I live with my sister now, but like it just made me really appreciate my parents and their presence.
Mm.
of
So when we talk about vacations and trips, do you like prefer to go like on an adventure trip, or like do you like those kind of countries which are like seasides and like they have beaches and like
Okay.
which one do you prefer?
It really, really depends on the season, but I'm also like the type to like I love going to like places that are far and like they have okay, like let's say seaside, like by the beach and stuff. I love those places, but I also lived in Irvine for 5 years, so I've seen like the beach for like enough. So I'm not like
Yeah,
too I don't get too excited to go to the beach. So for me, like I would love to go to New York soon or like not soon, but like again, to big cities. And also now that I live in like I live like 30 minutes away from San Francisco. So just living by a big city has always been my dream and I'm enjoying it for now. So I prefer big cities, but I also love camping too.
yeah.
I actually did like I went to a camping thing for like 2 days, 2 days during summer. That was really good too. Um,
How was the experience?
it was hard.
Yeah, it is.
We wouldn't have survived if there weren't like guys with us. Like we would have literally died. Because it was really far and it was really cold and camping was not easy. Like there's just these things that keep happening in my life that don't turn out like they're supposed to. So when I
Yeah,
think about camping, I think about, oh, like we're gonna go camp, it's gonna be so cute. And then we got there and it was so cold and the tent kept falling on us like at
yeah,
2, 3 a.m. Like it was a mess. Like when I came back, I literally needed to rest for like a week just for 2 nights of camping.
yeah,
So I don't like I'm not I really don't get excited like that when I think about camping because it was a little bit traumatic, but it
yeah.
was still good. Like I would do it again, but definitely with a lot of people, like definitely with people that know how to set those things
So
up.
I've been to a lot of camping and like the whole camping and the whole experience, it's so like eye-opening and
Mhm.
tough. Like when you talk about the
It
whole
humbles you.
survival thing,
it
and
does humble you.
yeah,
It really humbles you.
It does humble. Yeah,
yeah.
I know. I bet. So, Masa, how would you compare Chicago and SF?
Oh my god, we
Because
went to Chicago
we
together.
went to Chicago together. Yeah.
Yeah, I loved. Oh my god! Like, if I had to name like three cities that I visited, and I loved Chicago is like 100% one of them. I love big cities, and also okay. When we went there with Amir, it was really cold. Do you remember?
It was
Like,
freezing.
it
It
was
was freezing.
freezing. It was
It
freezing.
was. It,
But there was something about the city that I loved. And I feel like it was a big city like New York, San Francisco and stuff, but it was clean. Like it wasn't messy. It wasn't full of
exactly.
like trash and stuff. It was literally different from all the cities I've ever been to.
That's how I felt. Yeah.
Yeah, Chicago felt like so special to me. I really loved it.
Yeah. It was pretty clean. So, you missed a big one. So we went to Tahoe. We were
I
actually talking about
know.
Indians, but
Don't
yeah,
remind me.
you missed
I
that.
know. I really missed that. But
Yeah.
I really tried to come. Like
I sure.
like when I tell you we really tried to come,
She did not try, guys. She didn't try.
we tried so hard. Like we
No,
drove all the way and we got stuck and then we were like, okay, let's stay stuck and then we got a phone call from you guys that you guys is what's it called? Like electricity went out, right?
electricity went out.
Yeah.
Did
Something
it?
like that.
Something like that. Okay,
Yeah.
let me tell you something scary about that trip. I had COVID, and no one knew about it. Nobody. Like, not even my parents.
Oh my god.
So I was literally in the bathroom. I got a phone call from my doctor. He was like, Amir, are you okay? I'm like, yeah, I'm fine. Why? He was like, you have COVID. I'm like, you're telling me this now? I'm like, I'm in a trip with like 10 other people.
Oh
with
my
10 other friends. Like
god.
he was like, Amir, I'm sorry, but you have COVID, and I just stay at home. I was like, no, I'm doubling up on masks. I'm not staying anywhere. I
Yeah.
don't know if you can remember. I was doubling up on masks because
Oh my god.
Ruzma and Muhammad, they were like, now I know why you were like putting two masks on. Now I know what was going on. I'm like, yeah,
Oh my
but
god.
that was a fun trip. That was a fun trip. But
That
SF, I rather stay in Chicago. I rather live in Chicago than SF
yeah.
because my
Have you
cameras got stolen in SF. Yeah, that was pretty sad.
have you ever been to Chicago before we visited?
No, that was my first time. No.
Okay. Yeah, me too. But it felt really like I loved it.
Yeah, that was same
I
same
didn't
here.
even know much.
Yeah, same here. Yeah, I didn't know much. That was my first time as well. I saw it. I fell in love with it. I mean, it was cold. It was colder than PA. Pennsylvania's cold. Yeah, Pennsylvania's cold, but Chicago was. Oh God, Jesus.
Yeah, guys,
It,
Berkeley, just thinking about it makes me exhausted. It's so cold. Like some weeks, it's like I'm wearing like ski jackets and I can feel the cold like go inside of my body and just shake my bones. It gets
Tell me about it.
that's
sometimes.
how he feels.
Oh, Toronto,
That's
yeah.
literally how he feels. That's
It's horrible.
Yeah.
It's horrible. Right now, I think the weather is around minus 15 Celsius, and like, however, it feels like minus 30. And like,
Whoa.
there are multiple weather warnings on our phones, and like, it's horrible.
I feel like overall this year has been colder too, right?
Actually, everyone's telling me that this year has been one of the warmest winters in Canada.
Really?
Yeah,
no way. And you guys are
and I'm like,
averaging like
I'm
10.
freezing out here.
Yeah. So
How are you
sometimes, like
guys?
he calls me, I'm wearing like a hoodie, and he's like, "How are you wearing a hoodie?" I'm like, "We are averaging like 70s, 60s, and 70s, and they are averaging like 20s, 30s. It's crazy."
And
Amir, does steaming count?
Steaming,
Like,
yeah,
is it
that's the
classified
electronic.
in
I
the same
love
category?
electronics. So I don't know if you like electronics, but so I was telling Amir, he was like, no, no. He asked me, he was like, Amir, what do you listen to? I was like,
Like,
electronics.
I'm a hip hop guy. Like, I like to listen to hip hop, R&B. That's my type. But like, Amir introduced me to electronics, and like this guy, steaming, he
Steaming, yeah.
helps me
He's
to stay up all night and work on my assignments.
he literally stayed up for like a good 22, 23 hours with
oh
just
my
steaming. Yeah,
god.
that's how good his music is.
And I
Honestly,
got a 99% in that assignment,
that was yeah.
Oh,
which took me 22 hours to complete.
22 hours. That's a lot.
Here's
Yeah.
a big debate, guys. So I know lots of people like to hang out with their friends at like I don't know their place or their friend's place, and some people they're like, no, no, not really. We want to go out.
Okay.
Which one do you prefer?
I feel like just having a balance in between because at the same time, like during school year, I really have to study too. So I go to the library a lot. So like maybe during summer, I like going out and going to the beach a lot. But during school year, library, I like hanging out at the library, and I feel like that doesn't seem very realistic of me, but it's the truth. Especially now that I got done with my midterms, like I spent a lot of time in the library. Um, so I guess like chilling is more convenient during school year unless it's like a weekend and like something I want to like I have some free time on my hand.
Right,
I
right.
think yeah.
How about you, Amir?
What?
How about you?
So I'm living in a college town. It's a bar town at this point. We have like like hundreds of bars around here, so it's just about all about bars. Go to
Yeah.
the bar or nightclubs, and that's about it. I mean, back when I was freshman, we were going to frat houses, but that was like long ago. But now, I mean, I turned 21 back in my freshman year. I literally turned 21 spring 2020. And then I was like, you know what? I'm not going to frat houses anymore. I'm like going around, like going to different bars, trying different bars and nightclubs with my friends and see like what's up. But right now, like last night, it was state patties. We went to four different bars. I got kicked out. It was fun. It's always fun. It's better than hanging out at someone's place. It's
Yeah.
I don't
Last
like
night,
that
Junior called
isolation.
me at 1 a.m., 1:30, and he was
Yeah, it
like,
was.
"Bro, I got kicked out," and he
I
was
got
like
kicked
half
out. Yeah, I
drunk or
literally got
something.
kicked out.
That's
That
funny.
that was funny. I saw a guy. I saw the bouncer. Like he was like twice as me. Like maybe like three times
Oh
as
my
me. Like
god.
he came up to me. He was like, "Get out! Like right now, just go out." I was like, "No, I'm not going anywhere." Like he took me out. He was like, "You're going out." Uh,
Oh my god.
we're not getting into
Okay,
details of what happened, but go ahead.
so something that I realized, like, okay, I know you've been there since your freshman year, right?
Exactly.
Okay, so for me, that's not the case. I only came here like a semester ago, and I was in Irvine, the like 2 years before that. And honestly, something that, like, if anyone was thinking about like if they should go to community college, if they should go to university, I would say they should like try and go to university. And like when I was in community college, I wouldn't have said this. I thought like, oh my god, I saved myself so much time, I saved myself so much effort, I saved myself so much money, blah blah blah. But when I came and started Berkeley, I was like, I'm so sad that I
You've
like
missed so
missed
much.
out on
It's a
two
whole
Exactly.
years
different
of this
world.
life. Like when I just started Berkeley, I was like, I'm so sad that I wasn't here. Like I missed out on 2 years of it, and I got really upset. So that, and I didn't know that till I started. I was like, I'm so sad. I only have 1 year left. Like, oh, that's really
But
upsetting.
but here's a positive side of it. I can remember back in my freshman year, I was like partying way too much. But the problem with it was that I couldn't like get to my assignments. You know, I wasn't studying enough.
Yeah.
That's how I feel. But right now, I'm like, okay, I found a balance. I know when to go out, with whom to go out. Like, now I know. And I feel like that 2 years of community college is pretty similar to my case of like the first 2 years of my place,
Yeah,
in
but
city.
just being at a university and like meeting new people, I don't know. I feel like I just like got involved in clubs, and like I don't know, the whole city and moving has been a great experience, and I feel like it would have been nice if I had like 2 more years too.
Yeah, I feel you.
Yeah.
I feel you.
Like imagine you were just there for 2 years. Like you would get there and you had to leave like next year.
I
That's
mean,
not.
so it was kind of similar. We had COVID. COVID hit
Oh
in
yeah.
spring 2020. So I missed like pretty much half of my spring 2020 and the whole 2020 and 2021 school year, right? And then I came back here for my junior year and like right now senior year. So I pretty much missed my sophomore. I was back home. I was in Irvine. I had fun. It was okay. Do you know where's a place called the Village?
Yeah.
Oh, you know the Village. Of course
Yeah,
you
of
do.
course I do.
So I was yeah I
So
was
many
I
so
was
many
hanging
Middle
out at the
Easterns live
Village
there.
all the
Like
time,
you can walk around village and you would see like Persians and Arabs that
all over
like
the place.
right and
Yeah,
left.
all over the place.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I was hanging out at the Village with my Saudi friends. It was pretty fun. Nothing similar to here, but we had a fun time. Yeah, but anyways, as I said, Massa, again, it was really nice to having you on our podcast. I
Thank
really
you.
I really enjoyed listening to your stories about like horseback riding. It was pretty new to me. I had no idea. I mean, I've done it once, but I had no idea that you have to groom horses and stuff. But anyways, again, thank you so much for being here.
It's really
Yes,
good
of
to
course.
have you.
It was good talking to you guys.
It was really
Thank you
good
for having
talking
me.
to you.
Yep.
Thank you
We
so
hope
much.
to have you here again,
Of
maybe
course, like yeah, we have
someday.
to like, you know what? Maybe next year. So, are you a senior?
I'm a junior.
You're a
So,
junior,
yeah.
so you still have a year and a half, kind of. So
Yeah.
you can next time you can talk about the finance club that you're in, and
Yeah,
let know
and see how all of that turned out. Let's see if I can
exactly,
jump with some horses.
Yeah,
Let's
exactly.
see if they ever end up teaching me that.
yeah,
No, they will, they will. Just slow, you know.
yeah.
All right.
Okay, thank
Thank you
you
again. Thank you so much.
for your time,
Thank you. Bye bye.
and goodbye.